Hi, my name is Julie. I'm a Financial Information Service Officer with Services Australia. My role is to assist you with making informed financial decisions. So we work with individuals, community organisations, people's nominees or powers of attorney to help them make good financial decisions. We'll use the word good. What that means is to know all the aspects of how the financial choices you make will affect you now and in the future. We're not here to provide financial advice as such. What we do is talk to you and let you know that this has this implication. We also explain the complex language around finances. Most of us do not have to make major financial decisions. We regularly. We very often our major financial decision will be, do we buy a car? Do we buy a house? Well, that's 2 or 3 in a lifetime. And then when we reach retirement age, suddenly we're faced with making major financial decisions and not knowing what the language is around super, not knowing what our options are, and not knowing what the implications are if I make decision A or if I make decision B. So my role is to explain all that. And we do that myself and my team. We do that on a one-on-one basis. We do presentations like this. We do sometimes some very long presentations to people to explain what we are doing and what they can do. We work over the phones and do for basic inquiries. And we do a lot of video chat appointments where we work with you as an individual and go through your whole personal circumstances so that we can best inform you what your options are and what you might be eligible for as far as Centrelink is concerned. That can be done at retirement, but can also be done a number of years before. When you're starting to get to that point where we're thinking about it, how much do we need? What do we need to do? That can all be discussed with the Financial Information Service Officer. Our service is free and available to all Australians. You do not have to be eligible for a payment to be eligible to discuss with us. We talk about all types of payments. We are very experienced officers. Obviously, we've been working, myself, I've worked for Services Australia for 34 years. Services Australia and its predecessors for 34 years. So we know what your options are. We can talk about, is it better to remain on a disability support pension, or would it be better to swap over to age pension? We can talk about things like payments such as care allowance and carer payment. We also assist people with the financial decisions that may be made when they are looking at moving into residential aged care. And that's a very important one because, again, that is one of those points where you're making huge financial decisions, and we are here to support you. We also have aged care service officers who are specialists in that role. If you're not sure about what to do, if you're needing support, they will work with you to go through the whole process, and they can actually initiate things like medical assessments and get you to the point so that you're comfortable with what is going on and what your options are. So we work with not only the customers, but sometimes with family members, sometimes with nominees and power of attorneys. We do, as I say, also work with younger people. So if you've got children and grandchildren that are making decisions about their finances or struggling with things like mortgage stress, we also are a good point of contact for them to work through what their options are there. If it's something that is what we say is out of our wheelhouse, we also have a great number of resources that we don't just leave you hanging and say, hey, no, not our problem. We do refer people on to other services. So I think another one that is really important these days is online safety. And we do look at that and talk to people about online safety, talk about scams and trying to avoid people getting caught up with that. So it is a great contact for us. We would always suggest your first contact for us should be the phone, which is 1300 132 300, sorry. And I've just got off a 4-hour phone shift, so I'm a little punchy, I'm afraid. But we do, we use that to talk to people. You will be asked a few questions about what your inquiries are. We don't just book people in for an appointment straight off, because many of the inquiries we can deal with over the phone. And if it is something simple, or if we think you might be unduly delaying a claim, we'll go through a few more questions. I had a lady that would have been waiting several weeks for an appointment and would have missed out on money had she not answered the basic questions we discussed. So you will get screened, we will discuss, and we will quite often book a video chat appointment, which is a one-on-one for you. To do that, you must be linked to have your Centrelink record linked to your MyGov first. But it's a really great way, especially if you have limited mobility, or if you want to have a number of people linked into the appointment. That can be a really good way so that you can be at home with your carer, or come here rather than having to come in person when that may not be physically a very good idea. So if you have questions, we have also got a wonderful webinar service, which is on the Services Australia website and is another really good first point of contact. It is created by us as experts within my team, and there's an enormous amount of information about a variety of financial subjects. So I would strongly recommend checking that one out as well. If you go onto the Services Australia website, servicesaustralia.gov.au, then that will, and key in the word webinar into our search bar, then you will get to the webinar. So there's one coming up in the next couple of weeks about retirement, and there are several previously recorded ones. We curate that list very carefully to make sure all the information on those webinars is up to date. And if something goes out of date, then we'll just pop it on the schedule to be redone and brought up to date. So, good luck with your Centrelink journey. We have, if you need to contact us again, our contact point is 131 300. Thank you.